Hello, and if you're unaware, you're listening to Hello Short Stories by Bigger Cook, which better helps the viewers and listeners to depict my eventful timeline. So as I briefly take you through a trip through the most impactful parts of my journey, I want you to remember that running from your problems is never the answer. It will always find you in another form of fashion, so remember to always use your discernment. And if I'm talking to any young women, anybody out there for that matter, remember that you're beautiful, you're loved, you are needed in this world. Don't allow anybody to ever tell you differently. You are enough. Don't allow anybody to trick you about your spot, okay? Protect all of you, because nobody is going to have to sit with the decisions that have been made but you. So with that being said, yes, if you're new here, these stories are very much coded in love, failed love attempts, music, and drama, honey. So not too much on me for these next bits because I ain't a player. I just love a lot. I ain't have nothing but love for them, baby. But that's exactly what got me where I was. Moving forward. So y'all remember that ex I beat up, right? Yeah, so me and the ex he cheated with became cool and went to chill at her homegirl's house one day, and her brother answered the door and we locked eyes, stuck at the door like time stopped. Child, what was that for? Because talk about a wild life. You would think I learned my lesson already, right? Right. We locked in, sharing a love for music, cherry limeade, because a lot of people said that flavor was disgusting, but it really wasn't. Shout out to Minute Maid. And money, of course. He taught me way too much. I even became a madam. Yes, a madam, y'all. We ended up living together, swinging. He taught me how to use a grip for real, taught me how to move more efficiently, and he ran down on them Twitter niggas when he found out. He was highly respected where we're from. Taught me how to roll up because my text was awful. Let me tell you something. If you don't know how to do what you're doing, then you don't need to be doing it. And I say that to say what I said and let me move on. So I went wrong allowing other people in the bed because it encouraged his need for freedom and hypersexuality, where I was calmer, happy where I was, you know? I was living fast and couldn't catch an emotional break, thinking I had everything I needed. Unfortunately, I ended up pregnant again, and JA was messing up our grades to a point where it hit the news. They tried to have most of us take classes over due to unearned credits being given to many of us, so I dropped out, went on to get my GED, and passed with above average scores, pregnant and all. But I went on to take trades, getting anything I could under my belt, and got another job doing HHA. He changed after learning of my pregnancy, though. He knew before I did, to be honest, thanks to eating habits and his observational skills, from treating me like an untouchable queen to a mistake. His best friend stood up for me, telling him about himself, and actually went with me to my doctor's appointments because he was a dad himself, and I respected that. I went through the termination at what I thought was home, and it was so disturbing watching and feeling the process. All he could say was, "You need some ginger ale." Asked me if my grand still lived up the block, and I was distraught. I left and called that twin flame from Park, and to my surprise, he told me to come over, gaining a whole new respect for me. I got there and cried all night, not knowing what emotional damage I probably caused him too, and I apologize for that. But he didn't fold or show it. He just held me, not knowing he held a brewing monster.